The production of a QuickTime VR is carried out in two stages, the photography and then the computer processing. For the photography, the camera is attached to a spherical panoramic head which is capable of producing batchable shots. That is to say, each position of the spherical head can be repeated identically between different series of shots. The panoramic head used here is a 360 precision. Fixed to this head is a Nikon D70 equipped with a Nikon 10.5mm fisheye lens. To cover a complete sphere with this type of equipment, you need 6 vertical images to make 360 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then a 7th shot of the zenith, that is to say the highest point of the sphere. And finally an 8th shot of the nadir, that is to say the lowest point of the sphere, which is taken handheld so as not to have the tripod in shot. Once the photography has been completed, the next step will be the processing of the photographs on a computer. The first operation consists of transferring the picture files from the camera to the computer. The 8 shots are divided into 3 groups. The first 6 shots form the 360-degree circle. The 7th shot forms the zenith for the highest part of the sphere. And the 8th shot, which was taken handheld, forms the nadir, the lowest part of the sphere. To assemble the first 7 shots, we are going to use PTMac software, but you can also use other software such as RealViz Stitcher or PTGUI if you have a PC running on Windows. The advantage of a 360-degree batchable head is that it is possible to use a model file or calibrated template. Once you have produced your calibrated template for a series of shots, it can be reused for other series produced with your equipment. You only have to apply it to the images to retrieve the same settings. Once the template has been applied, the final operation in PTMac is the calculation of the final image, which will produce the completed assembled image. You can choose the size to suit your requirements. 5000 pixels is the correct choice for a full-screen QuickTime VR. The time taken for this operation will vary according to the size chosen. Whilst the processing is taking place, you can have a cup of coffee, or if you feel like it, you can do your Keith Richards impression. Good. Once the operation has been completed, the resultant file can be cropped and used as a flat panorama. To produce a QuickTime VR, we are going to use the cubic converter software to apply our images to the 6 sides of a cube. We thus obtain 6 faces, of which one face, the base, has a hole in it, representing the area not covered by the first 7 images. Once this conversion has been completed, we can see for the first time a QuickTime VR with a hole at the nadir. In order to cover up this hole, it is necessary to select the base to work on. This correction is achieved with the aid of the 8th image, which was taken handheld. The Nikon Capture software recognizes images made with the Nikon 10.5mm fisheye lens, and with one click corrects the distortion made with this lens. We therefore now have a nadir face with the hole and a picture without distortion to fill in the hole. Adobe Photoshop and its many tools is the best software for this operation. Once the necessary area has been selected and copied, it is sufficient to put it in place and readapt it to scale. For more precision and greater ease, it is possible to adjust the opacity value of the image. And finally, thanks to the warp tool in Photoshop CS2, the last defects of parallax caused by the handheld shot are corrected. After having returned to a normal opacity, it only remains to correct the levels of the added area in the Levels palette. And finally, to perfectly blend the join to our face, you should blend using a layer mask. After flattening in Photoshop and saving, the corrected face is now ready to be reintegrated in Cubic Converter. The QuickTime VR is now complete. This method is not the only one, but does have the advantage of being generic and of being applicable without a lot of modification to different types of software, panoramic heads and photographic equipment. Without going as far as making a full spherical 360 by 180 degree image, you can produce beautiful panoramic shots which will give a magical effect. If you need further information about specific points, there are many websites and a lot of information is available on the internet, as well as several discussion groups in French and English. I hope this short video has helped you and that it will give you many new ideas for photographs.